kickoff team is on the field, and we're ready to get this one underway. On the move from inside his own 20. They say games are played on the field and not on paper, and that's a good thing. Because if this one were played on paper, it might get ugly, but you never know what's going to happen. Welcome to Faroe Field in Columbia, Missouri, home of the Missouri Tigers. As we'll see a squad from the ACC, a group with a lot to prove here today. Taking on last year's national champion, the Missouri Tigers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollock, Jesse Palmer alongside. Guys, we can't wait to see this game. Been looking forward to it all week.
Let's do it.
He'll start the return inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Changing the play. Looking downfield on first down. He's going to take a shot right away. And it's incomplete. They were looking for the huge gain on first down.
Well,
this defense was ready for go balls. Against this receiver and his speed, he's one of the fastest in the country. They knew this quarterback was going to try to take the top off the defense. That time they couldn't link up, but if you're on defense, just know they're going to try that play again.
Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Goodness gracious, if you blinked, you missed it. Horrible blocking up front. Defender gets in there so fast.
Did he line up in the backfield? Back in motion, try to clear the picture. On third down, he drops to throw. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. Snagged out of the air. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down.
One of the things I love about this defense is they just have such great awareness, and they're always communicating. They understood the down and distance. They knew exactly what they needed to do to make the tackle to force the punt. That is so well done.
The one thing that can derail this offense, a bunch of 3 and outs. They won't do that here, but they might go 4 and out if they don't convert. Will not get there. A first down stop.
Man, first half being that aggressive on your side of the field, that's a different world. Like, you live in the analytics world, and I know people say go for it more often. I don't see the point in going for it on that one early in the game in that situation.
This offense has it with really good field position. On the ground, it's Reader. Fights off the defender. And into the end zone. And he'll take it in for a touchdown.
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
Getting set for the extra point after putting the scoreboard to work for the first time. And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. That's taking advantage of a golden opportunity set up with great field position, and they struck quickly for the touchdown. No chance for a return as that ball flies out of the back of the end zone. Missouri has the offense ready to go on the field. We'll see if that failed fourth down in their own end last time, David, sort of curbed some of the aggressiveness.
Well, you hear about it all the time in football. Go for it. Be aggressive. The problem is when you get stopped, sometimes it puts you in a hole. And, Jesse, now the offense has to come out and respond.
They were real disappointed not getting that first down. You can see it on the sideline. So let's just see if that's kind of galvanized them a little bit here to go make a statement and get some points.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. He'll ride his man on the option. He'll pitch it. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Playing the option, man. Consistently playing responsibility football. Nice job by the defense being where they're supposed to be. This option will just keep giving it to you over and over and over again, and you got to pass those tests.
They're going to keep this drive going. They'll have to make a play on 3rd and long from the 26. Looking to throw. Not able to hook up there. Incomplete.
Yeah, in 3rd and long, everybody is pinning their ears back and coming after the quarterback. You try to throw screens behind those. Sometimes they're very successful, but this time, defense played it great, and the play went nowhere.
Missouri will have to send out the punt team. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. Gets off his first one of the day. He was called on 5 times in the victory last week. He's got great speed. He couldn't find much running room there. Didn't get a lot of blocking, and he'll step out of bounds. And the offense back on the field, ready to dial up ball plays. Looking to throw, it's Harvin. Going to try to pop one on the screen. At the 45 on its way. They've got the defense reeling right now with that big play to the 29.
This running back is so dangerous. He's going to hurt you running the ball, but they find creative ways to get him the ball in the passing game as well. Beautiful job setting up the screen. He was acting as if he was blocking, let the defender run right by him, and then he made magic happen after he had the ball in his hands.
Just inside the 30 at the 29, it's 1st and 10. To the air on 1st down. Quickly out on the screen to the wide receiver. And good blocking in space out there to give him enough room to pick up the 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Pulls it, fires to the left. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
They get suffocated right away. How about the DB?
Gonna be the kinda game I see.
Get to him, get him on the ground, get the tackle for the pass.
Well, will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? They'll give it to the back. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
And man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground? That is a ball.
Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the end zone. It falls incomplete. He was trying to find his man for 6.
As a quarterback, this is going to be a very tough game. You're going up against one of the top 20 units in the entire country. They know who your primary target is. They're going to be keying on him, just like they did that last time, forcing the incompletion.
Not a chance. Missed it. And the margin is still 7 after the miss, guys.
And those sting for this team. I tell you what, when you drive the field against a really, really good defense and you have an opportunity to get points, you got to capitalize on them now. And that one will sting a little bit because I thought the offense did a good job moving the ball down the field.
Wants to throw on 1st down. And they can't make the connection, and it could get worse. A penalty flag on the field, and it's in the holding zone. Let's get the call. Leaves it with the back. Stop behind the line. He'll lose a yard. The Tigers with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. Looking to the big tight end. And his throw is incomplete.
And I tell you what, I know it's little when these QBs miss and the ball's not right to them, but man, it makes such a difference with yards after the catch. And in this case, even catching the football, it was just a little bit off, and it just made it a little bit difficult for his wide receiver to try to make the catch.
This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. Try to get it to the edge. Spins away from the defense. He is not going to get there. Stopped short of the line to gain, and it'll be 4th down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. So Missouri will have to punt it away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. They make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. Over to dip into its bag of ball plays. To the air, it's Harvin. Under fire. Buys a little extra time. On the move to the right and looking for a big one. And he pulls it in at the 15. The junior making a clutch play and turning in a big catch.
And, man, he had nobody around him. That has got to be embarrassing for this defense. When you let someone that deep downfield go completely uncovered.
Huge play. Puts them in the red zone, and now they'll snap it 1st and 10 from the 15. From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. Stopped at the 13-yard line as the drive continues. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. Wide receiver going in motion. On the option. He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive.
This offense is perfectly fine with a little game because they're going to make you tackle this all game long. They're going to make you think all game long. So they'll keep running it ad nauseum and just wait for that one opportunity when you don't do your assignment.
Tight quarters deep in the red zone, but they can pick up a 1st down without scoring. 3rd down. Going for 6. It's caught. That's a touchdown.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They scored fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
On to attempt to try. And the extra point makes it 14-0. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
ACC action, fellas, and all week there's been intrigue about this one. Stanford is currently trailing, but this has been a back-and-forth affair. If that quarterback can find a little magic a la Jim Plunkett, this might not be over just yet. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to Clemson. We'll circle back if anything changes in this big-time ACC matchup. Guys?
Thanks for the update on that one. Kevin, let us know when it goes final. They'll get things started on this drive from the 24. Give to the back. Lining up justice, missing tackles. Still on his feet at the 45. He found plenty of room, and he gets it to the 39-yard line.
Busting big runs like this is a total team effort. Obviously, the back has to find the hole, but you got to have everybody around them doing their job to make it a good play call.
And everybody around them doesn't just mean the offensive line. The receivers getting their blocks downfield is a big deal, too.
It's a huge deal. We always talk about them catching passes, but blocking is so important for their responsibilities.
He snagged it, but he'll be stopped short of the first down. Good, solid pickup on that play. The Tigers can really attack on this second and short. This is a designed run. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
And that's how you respond as a defense, man. You give up 9 yards on first down. Second down, man, they bring some pressure. They are in the backfield fast, and they make the tackle for a loss and completely flip the script. Almost a guaranteed first down on second down, and now maybe even put them in a passing situation on third down.
Now remember, they were stopped on fourth down earlier in the first quarter, but they'll try it again. Wants to adjust the pattern. Motion from the wideout. Looking for a push on fourth down. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on down.
Nice job by the defense on fourth down, bowing up, getting physical, stopping the run, shutting down that fourth down play. Really good job by this defense.
First snap of this drive comes from the 32. Out of the gun, the inside, yeah. They stop him cold, maybe gets a yard to the 34.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
Just about ready to get things started here in the second. We'll see if they continue to flex that muscle. First play of the period will be a second down. They go to the ground. Just sort of a relentless run, getting everything that was available to him, and they'll mark him down at the 40. On third and short, trying to impose their will and move the chains. Knocked down in the backfield, and that'll bring up fourth down.
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes anywhere.
They'll get down and put a stop to this return. They'll mark it at the 32. Mizzou has it back on the offense coming out on the field. There have been a couple of missed opportunities for these offenses in the last couple of drives, Jesse.
And I think for this offense here, it'd be nice to hit an explosive play, be aggressive, and really pay off your defense's effort that last drive.
And instead of having to move the ball down the field consistently and then getting stopped on fourth downs, you're right. Create some of those explosives. Take those deep shots. Make those big plays.
Defense is going to have their hands full trying to get this guy in the ground, man. He's got some serious moves once he has the ball in his hands.
Now they'll line it up from the 44 on 1st and 10. Wants to go up top on first down. Starting to feel a little pressure. Trying to escape and get it himself.
And they bring the blitz. I mean, you could tell. They want to make him feel uncomfortable as quick as possible, and you can see him. He takes off with the football, and they just trying to get to him. Try to get him on the ground, but this defense choosing to blitz right now in this football game.
Caught over the middle. It's Preston. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play. play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
They're able to find the tight end for an easy completion, but good job tackling, not allowing him to get the first down.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Might be changing the route. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Got the full pass. Putting together a real scoring threat here as they pick up the first down at the 36. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these 3rd down situations.
From the shotgun, they'll run it. Runs through a tackle. Knocked down, but not before he crossed into the red zone and picked up 4 yards down to the 17. Second down, he'll throw it. He wants it all. Knocked away, incomplete, and quarters get tied in the red zone.
The defense did a really nice job on that play, closing in on the intended target. They had 2 guys near that ball.
Couldn't find his man last time, and that leaves him with a 3rd and 6.
29 Philly. 2-9 Philly.
The snap sets up the throw. He makes the grab. And it is a good idea to gang tackle. First guy couldn't get him. Second guy finally did. This first half of offense won't go on the highlight reel so far. Starting to get things moving. It's 1st and 10. They'll keep it on the ground. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Tiger. Good block. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Mason requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
Lining up to add another.
Kicker is on for the extra point.
And after the extra point, they've cut the lead in half, down 14-7. They took it 68 yards on that drive, and the capper on that drive, the 10-yard touchdown run. They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. He's out of bounds at the 31-yard line. Maybe another step, another block, and he gets more, but the offense will take over there.
Too much penetration up front, and as a result, they lose yardage.
Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Now on the option. Now the toss. He stopped after getting a yard out to the 30.
It's a veteran defense. They've seen option before. They were prepared to see it in this game, and you're seeing it on that play right there. Everybody doing a great job with assignment football, staying in their gaps, accounting for anyone who can have the football. They were ready for the pitch guy that time. They're able to make a quick stop.
To throw, it's Harvin. Throws for the tight end. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't make a connection.
Well, the defense finally has figured it out. That was critical for their confidence because they had been scored on earlier. They'd given up a ton of yards. I think they understood the gravity of the situation. Third down, that was critical for them to get off the field.
Through the raindrops, the ball just squirted right through him.
And a huge thank you in order right there. That returner is going to go find my man and go, thank you so much for making up for my mistake. That could have been huge, but the offense caught a break and found it.
Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
This offense has really struggled, and I think you're just waiting for one play, one explosive play to happen to hopefully galvanize you a bit offensively. That's not the case, and there, they try to run the football in the first play of the drive, and it gets absolutely blown up for a loss.
Now the pitch. There he goes. And he won't quite get there. But boy, after that pickup, just a few inches to go for the first. An array of possibilities here. And the Tigers come to the line needing just inches for the first down. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. They'll move the wide receiver. Quick pass on the fly motion. That'll be enough for the first down as they mark it down at the 31-yard line. Down to 2 minutes to play. We'll take the timeout. They'll talk it over. A chance to tie or even take the lead before the break. Missouri has it ready to go with another first down. Gonna run it. It's Walters. And he's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage by the big defensive tackle. Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Quarterback on the keeper. And the runner is down, and so is a flag. A very productive play until it was wiped out by that penalty, and they'll go back to work. 2nd down coming up. Here's a quick throw out to the left. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
This slot receiver gives defensive coordinators nightmares. You have got to double him virtually on every pass play. He better have safety help over top. Otherwise, this guy's a threat to score every time they throw the ball.
And now a chance to pull even as we get late here in the first half. Here we go. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he is snuffed out, greeted by a host of defenders.
Offense trying to go RPO, but how about the defense? Up front, their front seven, they had dudes winning, just being way more physical and able to get to that running back.
Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
It's 3rd and goal and 3rd and long. Finds his big tight end. The defense uses their 2nd timeout of the half as they try to get their act together.
That's a good example of why location on throws is so important. It's 3rd down, and if the quarterback just puts that in a better spot, his player can catch it and advance it and maybe get the first, but because he killed his receiver's momentum because of the poor throw, the defense was able to rally and make a stop.
A long 4th and goal. He's looking to throw. Buys a little time with his feet. And he runs it in for a score. Touchdown, Tiger!
Nice job putting the drive together. Nice job punctuating the end of the first half. There's still some time left, Palmer, but they can tie this thing up right now.
Yeah, and this is a staff that has so much confidence in their offense. I like staying aggressive right here, going for 2, taking the lead into halftime, and putting a ton of pressure on the opponent.
Extra point here will tie the game. And he made that extra point. The wet turf, no problem at all. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Week to week, it's so tough to figure the ACC, which is why this one is notable. Florida State is currently ahead in this one, but unlike the days when Bobby Bowden walked the sidelines, this has not been a blowout today in Tallahassee. They're up by a field goal over Syracuse. It wouldn't be the ACC if there weren't this kind of storyline, guys, and we promise to keep you posted.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. We'll see them really hit the speed button on the tempo here in the final minute of the first half. Someone not clear on the snap count. It'll be a false start, and they'll move it back. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Motion from the back. On play action on first down. They get to him as he throws.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on first down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
Now on second down after the incompletion. Tight end now in motion. Wide receiver comes in motion. From the gun, the ground game. Crosses the 30, he's got a lane. They get him on the ground late in the half. They have the first down at the 41. Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line. Looking for an open area to his left. Sends it downfield. And they dialed up the shot play, but they couldn't hook up.
This is going to be a tough situation for the offense here. Late in the first half, they're trying to find a way to generate some points before going into the locker room, but the defense is ready for it. So the windows are not going to be very big, especially when you're trying to attack vertically like they did on that last one. Downfield completions are going to be tough to come by.
Back to throw, it's Harvin. Bringing the heat. Passes incomplete. The clock is down to 9.
He didn't have a whole lot of time to get rid of that one. The defense was all over him right after the snap. No wonder that thing fell incomplete.
Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Third and long. Try to convert through the air. And the defense forced the quarterback out of bounds before he could get rid of it. Had to take the loss. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play call and everyone on the same page here. They'll have just enough time to get one more snap before the half. taking to the air. Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. Takes it the other way. And he's going to score on the interception. Touchdown, Missouri!
How about that, man? Fourth down, trying to go make a play, get this offense going, get it smart, get some points on the board. And that couldn't have gone any worse. They throw the pick. Not only that, they return it all the way back for 6. That offense just shot themselves right in the foot.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And with the extra point, the score is now 21-14. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update. The Tigers will kick it off to start the second half. From inside the 10, here he comes. Needed just a little more help to turn that into a big return. They'll mark him down at the 29. Here comes the offense back onto the field. Coming out on first down with the play fake. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion.
I don't care how talented you are as a quarterback, your accuracy always goes down when you get hit. Nice job by the QB, scrambling, working to his right, but he wasn't completing that pass with that pressure.
From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. Cross the 30 to the 35, and that's a gain of 6.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
These are the types of plays where offenses impose their will. Third and short from the 45. To the air, it's Harvin. The sweet feet buy a little time. He'll pull it down and run. They get him out of bounds. Couple of yards short of midfield. They'll mark it at the 48, and this offense is rolling.
And I love the change in decision-making, right? That was a much better job. Last possession, tried to force it in there through the interception. This possession, it's not there. Take off and scramble. Great job. You got enough athletic ability to do that. Big third down conversion by this offense.
Well, the one thing you can say about this defense, they pursue the football. The first guy might miss, the second guy might miss, but there's going to be more and more hats flying to the ball carrier. You saw it on that play at the time.
Going to swing it on second down. And he had it for a second, but it just dribbled out of his hands.
And in this weather, man, you start to see more of this. You try to throw the ball harder to penetrate it through the weather and get it to your target, but just catching a football that's a little bit slippery sometimes, you'll see some of those drops, and it's just part of the game.
It'll be third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Hit as he throws. Another incompletion on third down.
And that's a play on third down. This offense just has to do a better job protecting their quarterback. Give them a split second more time to complete that throw, but they couldn't do it there.
Boy, if they don't convert this fourth down, there will be questions to be answered. Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll make some adjustments. They bring the punter onto the field now. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. And the punt will hit at the 7, and they can't corral it. It goes into the end zone. It'll come out to the 20. Missouri has the offense ready to go on the field. Last time they had it, just a thing of beauty. Great balance between the run and pass, and it took them right to the end zone. He's knocked down a couple of yards behind the line of scrimmage.
Man, when you go into the half and you're down, like, that speech is usually pretty fiery. A lot of words you can't use on television. And so this coaching staff probably challenged their guys, and I like the way they started this second half so far. Physically, flying around, doing a great job stopping the run. They got to play like this the rest of the game.
The Tigers trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. They'll send the back in motion. He's in open space downfield. Makes the grab and not quite enough for the first down, but a good gain on that play.
Guys out of the backfield now, it's not just run the ball downhill anymore. You got to be versatile. I got to be able to trust you in the pass game, and I got to be able to throw you the football, and you can do that right there. I know you're going to catch it, and I can depend on you.
And the Tigers are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. Looking to throw for it. And a missed opportunity on 3rd down as the defense knocks it free, and 4th down is coming up. Missouri will have to send out the punt team. He was working his way on the return toward midfield. They'll stop him at the 46. Let's see what this offense has dialed up this time. Dropping back, it's Harvin. Fires to the big fella. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
I like the idea by the quarterback there. You're trying to get this first down, so you find the tight end, see if you can make a guy miss or shake a tackle. Not able to get it done.
They'll line up for a 2nd down play. Back to pass. Got his man quickly. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm.
On 3rd and short, they'll ride the running back here. They'll finally get him on the ground, but not before he makes it to the 30 and gets a 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw on 1st down. Catch in the middle. It's Cantrell. Makes the catch and runs his way into the end zone for the touchdown.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. If this quarterback gets through his progression, David, gets you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback and wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
Setting up for the extra point and the top. And the extra point was made without incident, and we're tied up here in the 3rd. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they finish it up with the final 30 yards coming courtesy of that touchdown pass. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Mizzou has it back in the offense coming out on the field. Their lead is gone, and they'll try to grab it back on this drive. With jet sweep pass. Not much working there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
And these little touch passes, man. They're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all run after the catch, so pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this booth, David, if I were allowed to have push passes when I was playing quarterback. I'll tell you that. It is so hard to defend. It's so hard to seal that edge, especially when this guy's full speed ahead coming around the outside.
Quick handoff. Getting that push. They pick up a 4 out to the 26.
And those little runs, man, they don't look great in the box score, but I love when an offense stays on schedule, and it makes those third downs more manageable, easier, harder to attack me now from the defensive perspective trying to get to me. So it's an easy, simple play for this offense, but I love it.
The Tigers come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep this drive moving. On the move. Turning it on. Attack. Touchdown, Tiger. And that one will come up here in the second half.
It's hard to stop them. So many weapons, so much speed, and then your quarterback is going to go 50-plus. Defensive coordinators, that's why nobody wants to play defense anymore, coach defense. You want to be on the offensive side of football, because otherwise you got to defend weapons like these that are just weapons of mass destruction.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point makes it a 28-21 score. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Hey, guys, just wanted to give you a quick update on a game happening in the SEC. Arkansas is in front. They've played awfully well today, and while there's no Darren McFadden out there, this group is fighting. They're up by 11 over Vanderbilt. It's an outcome that, if it holds, will have SEC fans buzzing all week, guys.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. From the gun, the running back has it. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
That's a fantastic play by the linebacker. He has such tremendous instincts. As soon as he sees run, he's coming downhill. He's got great speed. He gets you on the ground. That's why he's one of the best linebackers in the entire country.
The fix is in.
Second and 9. Scanning the field. It's Harvin. Finds his tight end. Oh, he's got some space. Gets it to the 46-yard line. First down for this offense. That throw and catch, a really good example of why coaches don't want a quarterback to get stuck on a particular target, isn't it, David?
Yep, that's exactly right. Find the guy who's open, because you got so many guys that have so much speed that can do so much damage on the field. Find my matchup, get it to him, let him do the rest.
The offense setting up shop at the 46, first and 10. He'll keep it himself. He has the first and still on his feet. And finally out of bounds after an explosive run by this ball carrier. That big play really has him in business. It's first and 10 from the 11. The give to the back. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
They're trying to run the football, and there's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
Going to work on second down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Got it in the middle. It's Cantrell. That completion takes them down to the 7-yard line, and they are ready to strike. Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a first and goal. On third and long, he has to throw for it. Takes it into the end zone for a touchdown. What a run for this playmaker to just elude the defense and get in for the score.
And I tell you what, defensively, you can't let this guy get on the edges. You cannot give up contain. When your defensive ends, you got to stay outside. You got to make sure you know this guy's going to scramble and try to make plays. You got to make sure you keep him in the pocket.
Looking for the tie with the extra point. And after that extra point, we have a tie ball game in the third quarter. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And he found his way to the end zone from the 7 to cap it. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. And he takes this from inside the 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. They'll snap the ball. First play of the drive coming from their own 24. Leaves it with the running back. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
Well, good call by the defense there. They dialed up blitz into that running play, and the linebacker able to make the stop.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. The pull and throw off the RPO. Breaks into the open. That defense got gashed, but they finally get him to the turf from the 47.
This is a shootout. Both offenses up and down the field. They're generating explosive plays. It feels like which team has the ball last may win, but give the quarterback a lot of credit that time because, again, he saw a beautiful look to take a shot into, and he throws an absolute dime.
Defense coming through and knocking him down for a loss, and that'll be the end of the third period. What a ride it's been for the first 3 quarters of this game. We are all tied up. Let's check out some stats. This is when winning plays are made, and we start right now in the fourth. So the final period starts with a 2nd down play. From the gun, give on the inside. And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down.
It's going to be important this offensive line is able to get a little bit of push. Just got to give this guy an inch, a little crease, and he can make yards for it.
On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Oh, he dropped it. He just lost his concentration and didn't look it all the way in. Desperately wanted to keep the ball, but they did not. And the offense takes the field eager to go back to work. Give to the running back from the shotgun. There he goes. Nice pickup on the ground there. They'll move the sticks with the 1st down.
You know, as a defense, you can have the right call and the right guy in the right spot, but that guy's just too good. And how about the running back on that play? Just making it happen, breaking off the huge gain. It's tough to get these guys on the ground.
Well, it's a nice job by the quarterback getting
Motion from the wide receiver. Here's the handoff. Not a lot going on there. Picked up a couple.
Tackle is made at the 37. It's third down.
A field goal attempt from here would be 54 yards. They'd love to pick up a few on third down. Dropping back, it's Harvin. Pocket breaking down. On the run, fires downfield. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Into the end zone for a touchdown.
Yards after catch. That's what this guy gives you. That was a simple slant pass. He caught it, made guys miss, showed you the speed, and it was pay dirt from there. What can you say about this guy's athleticism, man? He is such a weapon.
Getting set for the point after. The extra point is good, and now in the fourth, they're up by a touchdown and an extra point. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they put the points on the board with that 37-yard touchdown pass. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Here he comes from inside his own 5. And the returner will be brought down. Missouri has the offense ready to go on the field. This certainly hasn't been their best day, but there's no time for mistakes now. They have to execute if they want to snatch this thing from the fire. Now they've got breathing room, got 6 all the way out to the 20.
And a nice job by the running back, finding space, getting downhill, making a good run. Great job finishing with his pass.
The Tigers with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Quick completion to the right. He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short.
Man, what a really nice job by being disciplined by this defense. Like, understanding I'm trying to rush the passer, probably a passing situation type of a deal, but doing it with some discipline. They try to sneak the screen in. They were ready for it. Nice job by this defense.
Quarterback making checks. Wants to throw on third down. Good quickness to grab it off the deflection. And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line.
You know, they say football is a game of inches, and on that last play, that easily could have been an interception and a huge play for the defense, yet somehow, after the deflection, the offense is able to make the catch, and looky, this drive is still going.
Turning it on! Good pick up there. They'll move the chains, and they're set up at the 41.
I love the play called running the football here in the fourth quarter because with the score what it is right now, everything is at your disposal on offense. You are not panicking. This isn't throw every single down, all of a sudden 2-minute air raid type stuff. You can run the ball. You can do all of your stuff, personnel, shifting, motioning. You just got to be very, very careful and absolutely cannot turn it over.
That's kind of a lot of today's running game, right? Spit the ball out quick, get it to your playmakers in space, get positive yards. It's instead of running the ball a couple yards up the middle, now you just spit it out wide, and a lot of times if you break a few tackles, it could be even bigger.
Here he goes breaking the pocket. Trying to make magic on the scramble. How about this sophomore learning when to just do it himself?
It's the fourth quarter. Every second counts, right? It's a one-possession game. We're chasing the QB. He scrambles around, does such a great job getting positive yards, keeping this drive alive. We need to score badly. We've got to keep drives alive like this. Wonderful job.
Well, this defense knew coming in they were going to see some RPO and they were going to see some quick game. A nice job there taking the throw away from the quarterback.
They're dealing with a second and long. He'll do it himself. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. So can the defense get one more stop, one more time, and hold on to this lead? Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. Grabbed in the middle. It's Walter. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down.
And you're seeing why this guy is on the field during 2-minute situations. He can catch the football and make things happen. Nobody open downfield. You just dump it down to him and let the guy go to work, pick up a huge play, and help this offense get in position to win the game.
Quarterback adjusting the pattern. On fourth down, they'll throw for it. It's incomplete, and they desperately needed to keep that drive going, and they couldn't make the connection. Ready to fire from the pistol. They keep it on the ground. Clock is their friend. Shakes off the defender. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. They'll be perfectly content to go right back to the ground here on 2nd and 8. Keeps it on the bootleg, looking to throw. Got out of trouble and throws. Fires to the tight end. He's got enough for the first down, and that ought to do it. They ought to be able to run out the clock from here. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looks like the offense will just take a knee.